My name's Scrappy. Welcome back to the shop. As you can see, it might drive you crazy, but it's not driving me crazy. I will have this established. Right now, my shop is in progress. I got a lot to do out there. Thanksgiving's coming up. Everything's going to be going out there to the garage. So I'm going to be disoriented this week, and Christmas is going to be the same way. We got a lot of guests coming over. So anyways, I wanted to show you this. This is what we call in the field. This is the field draft. Now, this is just basically an idea that came out of my head real quickly. But I wanted to go ahead and show you how basically what the field looks like when you're drawing. Now, we'll draw this real quick on a piece of paper here. So that's what the field drawing looks like right there on a piece of paper. And then we're going to actually make a field drawing real quick for you so you kind of get an idea of what we got going. So the table basically that we're going to be drawing is going to be a 6 foot by 4 foot table. Okay, it's pretty good size. Now, the reason it has to be this size is because it actually doesn't have to be this size. We can actually make it smaller. Now that I'm really thinking about it, because we could just make more sawhorses and we can just go from there if we have to. Because basically we're going to be making shotguns and we're going to be making handguns. And that is going to be later on. And I'm trying to do this before Christmas. I don't know if it's going to come through, but like I said, I'm trying to get it done now. If it goes after Christmas, that's fine with me. It's been a long year trying to get this done. I should have got it done a long time ago. But so anyways, I'm going to show you how to draw this real quick. As you can see here, though, there's three. There's the bottom and the top. Okay, so let's go ahead and give you what it would look like if I was drawing it in the field. Okay, so basically in the field, I'd have this guy right here, and I usually have this guy with me. This is a triangle. It's the triad.
Hey, this is what Uncle Benny must have meant by buying the four fathers back. Look, it's Harpo, Groucho, Chico, and Fucko.
That's the triad. But usually you have I'll have this in the field and I'll have this in the field. This really in the field is in existence to nothing. Well, I might even have this in the field. I don't know. But usually it's the triangle and it is the triad. Those are the two things that I'm going to have with me. And the reason I call it a triad, I will actually go in these and show you. I think I already did a video on it. But I will get into it and show you the video on how to use one of these triads. And we're going to successfully use triangles in this. We're going to use compasses. We're going to use everything. I'm going to show you how to do it all in the field and as an architect would do in the shop. So you're going to get two experiences. You're going to get the shop and you're going to go ahead and get the field. Oh, you're going to get three. You're going to do shop, field, and you're going to get what the ticket looks like. We're going to go into the tickets later, but so basically what we need to do. So we're out in the field. And they give you a print. And and basically your print that you get, that you normally get. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened. So we were in St. David's doing the doctor's calf. Okay, now we were coming out of the doctor's calf with a new duck. It was not a square duck. It was not a round duck. It was an oval duck. And the oval duck coming out was going to basically have installation on the inside of the duck. So basically, you wouldn't get the duct because it's going to be exposed duct. Basically, the ceiling, the way I had set up, it was going to be really, real cool. And it was going to come out exposed duct. It's big duct coming out. So, and basically that room, oh man, it was horrible. We got in the room and we were starting to work. I had to stop because asbestos was found. So we had to evacuate, and then the scrub team had to come in. The asbestos removal team had to come in and remove it. But it's pretty crazy. In the field, a lot of stuff like that happened, especially on older hospitals and institutions. Asbestos was used in ductwork, in installation, and the installation paint that they were using to I'll go into that one if you want. Type in itch. Type itch in the bottom. If you're in construction, you know what itch is. Itch is installation. I gotta make itch. Pink Panther. That motherfucker Pink Panther. Okay, anyway. All right, so what we're gonna do now is so this is the idea. All right, the idea is a table. Okay, now as you can see, the idea I had, like I said, it's a 6x4 table. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually make this into a ticket. So when we send it to the shop will be able to translate it and get it into their ticket, which I'll show you how to do their ticket next. But I wanted to show you this. It's kind of a little long one, but not really a long one. I'm trying to make these short, so that's why there comes a bunch of shorts. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go and draw a 6x4, and then we're going to do a bottom, and we're going to do a top view. You're basically coming off the bottom by a 2x4. So basically, that's what this is right here. It's the 2x4s right here. So, okay. And make sure we're in the screen. Y'all got to be able to see all of it. So let me get you in the screen here. Okay, we're in the screen. 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 Okay. All right. So we're in the screen. All right. So what we're going to do. So this is 6 foot. I would normally use let's use the triangle. So we're going to go 6 feet. So what we're going to do is we're going to do ourselves a favor. So if we do this, so I want to do it so you could see. Yeah, let's do it. We'll do it this way. We're going to use one, but we're not going to use the one. We're going to use this one because this one's a little easier to see. As you can see, it says 1. Where's the... See, it says 1. 1 right here. I'm trying to get it so you can see. It says 1. Okay. We're going to use the 1 on a triad, and we're going to come over 6. I'm trying not to bump the camera as much as possible. Come over 6 to 1. Okay. Now, what this represents is 6 inches, but actually this represents 6 feet. So when we're drawing this on the ground, when we're drawing on a drawing, remember this drawing. I'm going to show you right here on this little box here. I'll put a little box here. We're going to do what they call the 1 inch equals 1 foot ratio. Okay? So that's basically what it's going to be, is a 1 inch equals 1 foot. Okay? So that's what I did right here. I put a 1 by 1 on the thing. Usually you're going to put it in the corner. The shop will know what you're talking about when you do this. Then you're going to come over. Oh, man, I did it wrong, guys. I'm messing up today, man. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I messed up. I'll show you. So you kind of get an idea that you can fuck up even in the field.
What's the matter with you, boy? You too stupid to do what your coach tells you?
Okay, so when you're measuring, I forgot about this. When you're measuring on this ruler, you're going to start here where it says 0 and go this way. All right? All right, that's what you're going to do. Now, this from the 0 on that way is your, this is all your big ones, and this is your quarters, your sixteenths, your, I think this goes down to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is 1, and then A, 6, it goes down to the 30 seconds. This thing goes down far, man. Okay, but we're not going that far because we don't do 30 seconds and 64ths and 128ths in the field. The shop may do it, but we don't do it. So we're going to go over from 0 to 6. Right there. And then we're going to do this side, we're going to do 4. So we're going to come up to the 4 here. And we're going to come to the 4. We're just going to basically do the bottom because the top is going to translate as much as the bottom is. This is the most important part of the paper anyway. So this is going to be the top. Now normally when you're drawing ductwork in the field, you just need to get the basic drawing of it because they're going to, when they get to the shop, they're going to translate it with their CNC machines and everything else. And oh, trust me, the shop is basically from when I started going to work in the shop, before they started having this machines that they have, you had to do everything by hand. Now, cutting everything. Now they got laser cuts, which is really cool. Lasering's helped a lot. Lasering's helped a lot in the field. Okay, so now we're going to do is we're going to mark this. In the previous one, we marked it. So let's go ahead and mark it. This is going to be over, and then this is going to be 6 foot. All right. That's not 61, that's 6 foot. Just to let you know. All right. A foot is 1 line, and inches are 2 lines. Deuces, baby. And then on this one, we're going to go ahead and do this to here. Now, this is a field drawing now, okay? So this is not like a, it's not like an office drawing or anything like that. And this is going to be 4 foot. Okay. So basically, they know, hey, I gotta cut a 6 foot by 4 foot sheet of plywood. That's what this is. This is the plywood. Okay, this ain't ductwork. All right. Now, we're gonna also need 2x4s. So what we're gonna need is okay. Now you're gonna probably go crazy when I say this. The sawhorses, when we get into the ticket, the sawhorses, we don't have to have this one and this one on the ticket. So we don't have to have the 4-footers on the ticket because the 4-footers aren't 4 feet. And we're going to get into this. Now what we're going to do is we have to measure in 4 inches. It's going to be 4 inches from the edge here in and 4 inches from the edge here. What we're going to do is we're going to use my my little handy dandy square, and we're going to go in and we're going to mark the corner. All right. And we're going to get the corner marked. And we're going to do a corner. I'm doing the corner for a reason. You'll get an understanding why we're doing the corner in a second. All right. So now that corner is there. Okay. We don't have to draw all the corners. We're going to draw lines around the rest. But this is the corner. And this is going to say, in the corner here, on this one, is going to be 4 inches. So we're going to put a 4 inches so they could read it. And then we're not going to draw, and then we're going to put 4 inches. Okay, so it's 4 inches, 4 inches, and then we're just going to draw the line around it real quick. And how we're going to do that, we're just going to take it like this. Oh, we got to flip it. And take it and flip it like this. And then we're going to put it like that. And take it, we're going to flip it. And put it like this. And the same thing here. And this gives us basically the dramatics all around it. You remember, we're in the field now, so, you know, we're trying to do this as quick as possible because we're in the middle of doing a job. So that's why you do it this way. There's other ways. People do it different ways, but this is what I was trained to do. I was trained to use all I was trained this way. This is how I was trained. So if it looks kind of crazy to you, that's okay. But this is the way I was taught. You know, when you're taught a certain way, you just run with it, and you always end up I was taught in school, in sheet metal school. So, shh, don't tell the union. I think I did it. I did it wrong there. Did it wrong there. That's okay. That's why I say, shh, don't tell the union. I'm telling you tricks that you're not supposed to know. Okay, so now this is the 2x4, and it goes all the way around. So this is going to be marked, and we're going to put an arrow here, and this is going to be 2x4. And then now listen. So basically what we're going to do is, this is 6 foot. So we're going to be 72 inches from this line to this line. This line to this line is 72 inches. So we're going to put 6 foot, we'll put 72. And then we're going to put here, we're going to put 48. So you kind of get an idea of what we're going to do. So you know what I'm doing now. Okay. So now what I have to do is I have to take 8 inches off of 72, which is going to make 60. Is it going to make 64? 64? Yeah, it's 64. So it's going to make 64. All right? All right, so make 64. Okay? So it's going to make 64 inches. Okay, now this is a 2x4. So I have to do 64. So I have to minus 1.5 inches on each 2x4. So each 2x4 is 1.5 inches. So basically I'm going to have to take out 1.5 inches on each side, which makes 3 inches. So this totally makes 61 inches that I need that 2x4. So this 2x4 has to be 61 inches. All right. So that's what that 2x4 is, right? So then on this 2x4 here, all right. So we're going to do it on this side so they don't get confused. On this 2x4, we're going to come over here to this one and we're going to put our little arrow. This doesn't have to be, we don't really have to do it shop style because this is coming from the field, really. The only thing that they want is the dimensions, really. They kind of want the idea of what it's going to look like so they can print it out. But that's why we're doing the 2x4s. So this one's 4 foot or 48 inches minus 8 inches. And that's going to be 40 inches. Okay, now that's 40 inches. These are actually going to be 40 inches long. Okay, and I'm going to explain why in a minute. So these are 40 inches. Okay, they're done. That's 40 inches. Basically, it's like 3.6, I think it is. Because 48 is I think 30, I think it's like 3 foot something. I don't get me wrong on that one, but it's minus 4 inch. It's minus 8 inches, so it makes it'd be about 3 foot because remember 48 inches is 4 inches, so 48 is 4 foot. Sorry. So yeah, so 40 inches is basically, I don't have my tape measure with me to translate, but that you get the idea. So and then I can go into the basics of everything for you, but that's basically a shop ticket. This is what you would send to the shop, and the shop would be able to say, hey, wait, okay, so let's get our version out. And I'm going to show you the shop ticket, the way the shop sends it to the cutter, because he doesn't send this to the cutter. No, it's translated totally different. All right, so I hope this helps. I'm out.